Okay, so anyway, this is me fresh out the shower, right? So, what's the point of this, right? When people rag on you that you're disabled, right? You can't make them understand that, right? Right? So, I'm showing you some of the scars, right? Again, right? Things like that. But in a respectable way, too. Now, they also comment on my hair a lot. Which, like I said, what do you see? Well, here is my hairline, right? Okay, here on the other side, and here on the other side. Looks pretty normal to me. You know. And from here on back was right here. So where's the problem with that? If you're a grown male, that's normal, right? And if you're 50, that might be awesome to have hair like this. I mean, do you see any grays in it either? Well, I don't use touch of gray, or you would see it on the counter here. But the glory don't go to me; it goes to the spirit, right? Not the flesh, right? I'm not doing anything special. Now, I also notice, if you notice, one eye, okay, looks kind of bloodshot, right? As if it was shot. Right? The left one looks normalish, but the right one looks bloodshot. Kind of reddish. Right? What, did you shoot me in the eye last night? After I was with your girl? Because you can't keep her because you're an ass, like, and sleeping within me. But I'm not. I treat them good. And you wonder why I get all the women. See, to you, I guess I'm so fat no one will want me. But to them, I don't judge them as being fat. I say they look good no matter what they look like. I notice attractive thin women and fat women that you would call them or overweight. I think they're the perfect weight for their body. And like I said, so am I. I know for falling 3 stories. I got muscle tone at least. Right? Now, another thing is knights, alright, when they carry the lance and the shield, that's why the left side is a little smaller, and the right side is a little bigger, but that's kind of also bred in, right? When you do that over the centuries. So I'm also probably a knight. Could be involved with the Templars a little bit, not sure. Right? But again, right, I come from an English Lancaster line, which married into the Tudors and became the current royal line. Now, the Lancaster line continued even though they didn't retain a crown, which is where my great granddad and granddad came from, to make my mom. We don't know a lot about Claude Lee. And Irma's dad was probably at least half Irish, half Indian. Maybe Yamacraw or Cherokee or both, we don't know. Right? But they came from middle Georgia, so probably Cherokee. Would be the logical opinion. Because if you're from Mexico, you got to come up from Mexico. During the 1800s, or 1800s at least, right? And settle in Georgia, right? It's not impossible, but it's more rational for it to be Cherokee or Yamacraw. Maybe even both if we're marrying into each other, right? True. Maybe either a Yamacraw male married a Cherokee female or vice versa. Doesn't matter who married whom, really, either. And again, they hit it off. And produced the line that produced my great-granddad on Miss Kemp's side, right? Who married her mother, she was full Irish, right? Obviously. But he was half, right? Half Indian, half Irish, and her dad accepted the union, right? Back then, it was the dad who decided who the girl married anyway. Now, the reason is, if his family was Irish and Indian, right? The Irish, was why he let the half Indian marry his daughter, right? Not the Indian, of course. But as after Miss Kemp, she was half Irish, he was half Irish and Indian, right? And that's 3/4 Irish, right? With a quarter Indian, right? Well, Bobby might have gotten a quarter of it, right? Or maybe less. It could have even been less than a quarter, right? We don't know. But if he's Yamacraw and Cherokee, right, that might explain it too, right? Or it's less than a quarter, right? Whatever it was, though, when you see his picture, he looks kind of Asian, kind of Irish too, and is probably mixed, right? But it could be less than a quarter. We don't know. It all depends on. Okay, this has to start during the 1800s, right? Whatever's in me, right, or out of me, right, is bred in or out of the line. It can be bred out too, but show up in your physique, right? The eyes, look kind of more Asianic. The face is kind of long, like an Indian. Even Donald Chance, not the president, but the ugly bully. No other way to say him. Describing, I know. Was telling the girl at the movie theater I was Chinese. So again, I look Asian to people. Right. Not Caucasian, right? So did we have fun last night, Maria? I don't remember. Again. Did you go out again? And you come over again? Because he won't stop. Accusing you of sleeping with me anyway. So you might as well enjoy it, huh? Okay. Have a nice day.